Okay, today we're going to be looking at the Beatles classic Sun King from Abbey Road. A couple of days ago I uploaded an instrumental cover I did of the song, and I'm going to link that here. I'd highly recommend that before doing this lesson you either watch that, listen to that, or listen to the original song, the original Beatles recording, because there are a lot of parts in the song, a lot of intricacies that are going to make a lot more sense if you have the tune fresh in your head. Okay, I'm going to play everything on this Strat, which is what I did for my cover. I do not have a bass, but I'll be showing you the bass parts as you can replicate them on a guitar. And we will start with the signature lick that kind of opens the song and repeats throughout. These are all essentially E major-ish licks. You're going to have an E6 in here, you're going to have some other chords that I'll show you, but you're going to start with your ring finger. It's important to finger it with your ring finger there at the 5th string, 2nd fret B note. You're going to slide up to the 4th fret on that 5th string. 1st finger play the 2nd fret E note on the 4th string, and then with your ring finger slide back down 4 to 2 on the 5th string. So that's it. That's sort of the signature lick of the song. And it repeats throughout as I indicated. Okay, so then what comes in next is the bass. It's basically an E note played an octave apart. Again, I'm playing it on a guitar, so I played it in the open position with the open E note and that 4th string 2nd fret. If you have a bass, you'll play it up here, which is where Paul played it, which is your E chord of the A shape, right? That's your movable A shape of an E chord. And where are your E notes up here? They'd be at the 7th and 9th frets on the 5th and 3rd strings respectively. But you can tell that doesn't sound anything like a bass, right, if I'm playing it on a guitar. So that's why I played it down here when I did my cover. Alright, so I'll show you a couple other bass licks as we go through. The next little thing that comes along is the shift from the E major to the F sharp minor 7, which is played by barring all 4 strings, 4 through 1, at the 2nd fret. You know that this is your F sharp minor chord. To add the 7, it's that E note there again at the 4th string 2nd fret. And we get to it by playing this lick. Open 6th string, open 6th string, slide from 2 to 4 on that 6th string, 2nd fret 5th string B note, 2nd fret 6th string F sharp note. It's a sweet little transition between the E to the F sharp. Alright, next we have probably the trickiest lick in the whole song. Here you're going to play the first 3 strings there at the 2nd fret, but you can't bar them for this because you're going to be lifting off with your pinky. And I would recommend using these 3 fingers as opposed to these 3. They're hard to fit in there unless you have really skinny fingers maybe. And it goes like this. I'll show you the part over the E6 here in a second, but let's focus on this F sharp minor lick. Okay, so 1st string open, 3, 2, 1, 2, open, 3, 2, 1, 2, open, 3, 2, 1, 2, open, 3, slide up to the 4th fret. With your 2nd and 3rd strings. So again, that last bit is so open, 3, slide, 2, 3, and then you land back here on an E6. If you want to play the whole thing, it would look like this. So it's your E major chord. You're going to fret with your pinky that C sharp note at the 2nd fret, 2nd string. But since you're not playing the 5th string at all with the little arpeggio, you can play a little partial chord like this, which would be E, C sharp, G sharp, E. And the arpeggio is 1, 4, 3, 2. So again, so the whole lick slowly, which is hard to play slowly, goes like this. Okay, that happens twice. And during that time, the bass is going from F sharp. It's still doing that E note, which is cool. Paul just keeps repeating that note. And then when it goes back to the E6, it goes E. There's a couple little cool licks that Paul does in that interim between the F sharp and the E. And the main one is that one I just showed you. It's E, G sharp, A, B, F sharp. So 2nd fret, 4th string, 4th fret, 6th string, 5th string open, 5th string, 2nd fret, landing on the F sharp. So again, going between the E6 and the F sharp. So what the bass is doing during that whole F sharp minor to E6 thing, again, over the F sharp you have F sharp, E, E, F sharp, E, E, and then you get back to the E chord, E, then E. So one time he adds that C sharp into the lick. Paul plays around with variations of so play around with those a little bit. I'm going to post the tab on Songster. There's a very cool tab on the website Songster, S-O-N-G-S-T-E-R. I'll post in the description below the video here. You can click on every single individual track and get the tab for each. So the bass track, all the different guitar tracks. All right, so we have that lick. We do that little bit twice with that resolution. The third time around, he plays this F sharp minor 7 4 times, just strums it just like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then goes like that. And I don't know if he's playing all 4 strings on the 3rd and 4th frets, or if it's really just the top 3. You play all 6 strings here. I don't really hear him playing all 6 strings, maybe 5. Do whatever you want. The main thing is you're going to go 4 times and then go, and there's a slight pause before he lands on that E6 and he just strums it once. Again, whether this is John or George, I'm not sure, but you can read the Beatles Bible website and figure that out. And then at the end of the first verse, if you want to call it that, it's instrumental, but if you want to call it that, after that section we just looked at, we have an E6 up there at the 9th fret. So again, you should know that if this is your E major chord, again of the A shape that we looked at a minute ago, if you play the top string, that's an E6. You're adding the 6 in the key of E, which as we saw down here is a C sharp. And that's a C sharp, right? So this is before the transition to Here Comes the Sun King. And then a second later he goes up a fret. So what would that be? That would be an F6, right? If this was an E6, this is an F6. And there's a second guitar playing each down here at the first string, but I wouldn't worry about that terribly. You know, that would be your F6. There's your D note. And then there's this little guitar lick that leads into the Here Comes the Sun King. That is 10th fret, 2nd string, then 13, 12, 10 on the first string, and then slide. I don't know if you slide 2 frets or just 1. I'm not big on the slide. You can do it without the slide. So that's the main thing you want to do. So again, A, F, E, D, C, or slide from B flat or B to C. And then Here Comes the Sun King. Now we're in the key of C. C major 7, which is played by removing your index finger from that 2nd string. And then we're going up now to a G minor 7. Remember, we were playing an F sharp minor 7 here a minute ago. Now we're going up 1 fret, barring all 4 at the 3rd fret, and then go down 1 fret to an A. Don't play the 6th there on that first string. I'm just barring for convenience. So here comes the Sun King. Same thing, repeat again. C major 7, G minor 7, A major. Everybody's laughing. F major. Now some tabs have it going to D, other tabs have it going to D7, your call the first time. But either way, F, D, and then there's this G, F sharp, F, E, which is sort of doubled up, so everybody's laughing. Everybody's, whatever the lyric is. I'm not a singer. Second time around, go to D7. So again, the first time, whether you want to go to D or D7, the tabs don't agree, you can choose. But the second time, all tabs agree, you go to a D7, which you could play here using your C7 shape, or you could play here in first position. Whatever the case, we have everybody. Then the third time on Here Comes the Sun King, they do some substitutions, which are cool. We start with the C again, but instead of going to C major 7, we go to E minor 7. Right? Play your standard E minor, add your D note 3rd fret, 2nd string with your pinky. And then C7 instead of that G minor 7. And then F instead of an A. So it's very different, but very cool. So again, since I was doing an instrumental, I played the vocal line, so I went. But I used a flanger and some overdrive, so it was kind of a soaring lead, which you'll hear if you've listened to my version. But anyway, if you want to play the vocal line, 12th fret, 3rd string, G note, B note, 2nd string, 12th fret, go up to the C, 13th fret, then all the way down to 8th fret, the G note, back up to the A note at the 10th fret, same thing again. And then D, C, B, A, C, A, and then they do that harmony which I played. A, G, F on the 1st string, okay? Sounds way cooler obviously with flange and overdrive and stuff, but just for the purposes of the lesson I wanted to show you the notes. Okay, the 3rd section has the nonsense lyrics, and it's basically over the same figure that we did in the 1st section, which is that F sharp minor lick, which was do that twice, and then the 3rd time you'll go strum it 4 times and go, and ending the song on that E6 at the 9th fret, barring the top 4 strings. I think that's basically it. Obviously you have to use some effects to get, you know, the full sweeping sound of the original recording. I used a lot of tremolo, I used a lot of reverb, and as I said, everything was clean except the vocal line, which I did have some overdrive on. So play around with that. It's a beautiful song, complex, rich, and I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time.